Hello everyone and welcome to Two Hearts Homestead. Today I just like to talk about what's left in my freezer from last year's harvest. I'm also interested in learning what's left in your freezer from your last year's harvest. Did you have a harvest from last year that you like to save that you didn't, but you'd like to go ahead and try that this year? Well, I like to try more. I like to preserve a little bit more, be a little bit more proactive about what I plant, therefore I have more to harvest in the end. And as a new gardener, I'm just still trying to get all of my timing of what I'm going to grow, how I'm going to grow it, and the quantities that I need to grow in order to have the harvest that I want and need to preserve. So right now I'm going to turn around and grab a bag out of my freezer and see what I still have left from last year. So this is my bag from last year. And yes, I put it in a big Target bag because it's easier to keep everything in one spot, especially with the kids going in and out of the freezer all the time. It's easier for me to keep track of everything, that is. So let's go through what I still have left. And this is, oh God, what is today? February 24th. So this is what I have from my harvest from 2023, and this is February 24th of 2024. So I have a few banana pepper rings left over. Banana peppers were very prolific this year. I did save some in another small baggie as well. I have some sliced green peppers. These were some chilies that I had left over. I believe these were Big Jim chilies. I grew these Santa Fe peppers. This is a little bit of mixture of Big Jim and I think poblano peppers in here. I have a bag of tomatoes that I still have no idea what to do with. I didn't end up having enough to can or do any type of salsa, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with those as of yet. I have some habaneros, extremely hot. I love just taking just one of these and putting it in my pot of greens when I cook them. Adds flavor to the whole pot, adds just a hint of spice, and all you need is one. Another bag of chili peppers, a small bag of turnips. I did go ahead and blanch them before I put them in the bags. These are these cayenne or serrano? I believe these are serrano peppers. I did have some dragon tongue beans. Dragon tongue beans. I have a small thing of okra as well. I love breaded okra. It is one of the best things. You bread it, you fry it, so good. And then I blanched a small thing of kale. So when I cook the kale, I usually throw it in with the pot of greens. It all cooks together. You don't even know the kale's in there. And then I have a small thing of minced jalapenos. I use these to make like little cheese jalapeno poppers. So those are extremely good. This bag was pretty much full about a few months ago. I have been using the harvest slowly, mainly the bell peppers. I have green left, but I did have orange and red at one point during the winter. So this year, I do plan on growing more. I plan on growing more bell peppers. I think a lot of my issues last year, I started my bell peppers way too early. So therefore, I was babysitting them way too long. They got fungus gnats. Somehow they got aphids, and it was just a whole pest control issue, trying to use neem oil and other stuff on them, and I think that made some of them die back a little bit. So when I did put them outside, they didn't do as well. Sorry, I'm reading from my paper here so I can make sure I discuss everything I want to discuss. I also want to grow more onions this year. I love onions. I put onions in everything I eat. Excuse me. Garlic was something I didn't have a lot of information on, so I didn't know that in my zone you kind of need to start it in the fall, let it overwinter, sprouts in the spring. So I really wasn't prepared for that, but hopefully next year I can go in and get garlic, because garlic is another thing that I love to put in everything as well. Less hot peppers. I think outside I had a lot of hot peppers last year. I had lots of chilies, serranos, habaneros, cayenne peppers. What else did I have? I had a couple other things. Probably can't think of them right now. But I don't think we really needed as many as there were outside. And some of them just kind of sat on the plant. I didn't harvest them because I didn't need them. And I already felt that I had enough bagged up in storage to use. So I didn't really make use of the hot peppers probably as much as I could have made use of them. Tomatoes. My tomatoes did horrible. Every time I planted one, it's like one got some type of virus or fungus, and then it just kind of shut down the plant. Then the next one would get it, and it would kind of shut down that plant. And it would kind of do that when the tomatoes were like kind of green and big. And yeah, it just didn't work out as well as I wanted it to work out with the tomatoes this year. So I am going to try a few new varieties this year, and I'm going to try to grow them in multiple spots just in case the fungus or virus or bacteria is kind of situated to that one garden bed. Hopefully by moving it around, they will do a lot better this year. What else do I have here? More okra. I love okra again. I love fried okra. Not really a fan of putting it in like gumbos or stews because it gets kind of slimy and icky. But fried okra, love it. Kids love it. Everyone loves it. This year in the spring, I also want to get a few fruit trees. I want to try to grow maybe some blackberries and some blueberries. There's like a pink, what is it called? A pink lemonade blueberry. I want to try that. It's gotten good reviews online. Seems to have a good taste to it. So I do want to try to grow a few blueberry bushes. And if you saw a couple of my other videos, that you saw that I've already started my bare root strawberries inside, so they can get just a little bit of a head start before I plant those outside. So hopefully I can harvest some strawberries as well next year. Things I want to invest in. As you saw, my vegetables are kind of just in standard storage bags, standard gallon bags, quart bags. But this year I want to invest in some freezer bags. That way hopefully my harvest can last a little bit longer. I haven't noticed anything being freezer burnt or any odd taste or anything like that, but I do think that investing in freezer bags might be a great idea. My daughter did get me a vacuum sealer for Christmas, so I will be vacuum sealing some items, some vegetables this year. So hopefully that works out. What else do I have here? A dehydrator. Yeah, I would love to invest in a dehydrator. I'm growing herbs for the second time. Last year I only grew, what did I grow last year? Just cilantro and sage, but I've added those two. I've added parsley, chamomile, basil, a couple of other things that I have started inside this year as well. So hopefully this year I'll up my herb game and I'll be able to maybe dehydrate some once I purchase a dehydrator, and be able to have those throughout the season. And I also want to try growing some of those maybe in the windowsills during the winter. I do have them under grow lights now, so that is an option, but maybe just a few herbs here in the kitchen might be nice as well. Canning. not on the goal list for this year, but next year. I watched my grandmother can when she was around, when I was younger. It is something that I do hope to aspire to do, but it's not on my this year current goal to do. In the future, what are my goals for my harvest? In the future, I do want a freeze dryer. They are a couple of hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for a freeze dryer. So that is a goal that I would have to, yes, save up for. And then also see, would a freeze dryer be the best investment for the current gardening situation that I have now? Because of course I want to actually have enough of everything for that to be of use. I want to have things that are, appropriate for a freeze dryer. I mean, if I could get away with just dehydrating these items, freezing these items, and canning these items, then a freeze dryer may not be the best or most affordable option for a small gardener like myself. So again, that is a future item that I'm not sure would be the best option for me, but it is something that I look forward to possibly owning in the future. So if you like this video, please like, please subscribe. I'm a new gardener, only 3 years in. I did grow up gardening with my grandfather, but that was quite a while ago. Now I'm trying to get back into gardening. I find it very peaceful when I'm outside in the garden, just kind of focused on doing what I'm doing. Looks very nice outside today. Sun is shining, but it's only 33 degrees, so that ground is frozen out there. We did get maybe a quarter of an inch of snow last night, so it is definitely frozen, but I'm very excited to get outside and start this gardening process over for the 2024 year. And hopefully next year when I show you my harvest, I'll have 3 or 4 bags that I'm pulling out of that freezer and not just one, because I actually planned my garden appropriately and grew enough stuff that I have enough stock left over to maybe last me until the next harvest of peppers. So again, thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe.